Hey guys, and welcome to another video of ArcTech. Now in this video, we'll talk about some important points regarding data file handling. Now these are only important points. This is not the whole chapter. So this is the only points which are important for your class 12 computer science exam. Now in data file handling, the concept is all same in which is used in normal programming, but the only thing here is we use a file for taking input and output. Okay, while in normal programming we use the console, that is your keyboard or monitor, for taking the input and output. Okay, now in this concept we'll just use file and everything is same. Okay, we'll see about this afterwards. Now the first question which will come in your mind is that why we use file handling. Okay, what is the use of file handling? Now see, in normal programming, the data which we input, or the data which is recorded while running the program, while execution of the program, the data is stored inside the RAM. Okay, and the RAM is a temporary memory. Okay, so whenever the power supply is off, the data inside the RAM is lost. Okay, so in order to save the data permanently, to access the data afterwards, you have to store the data inside the file, and that file is stored inside the hard disk. Now a hard disk is a permanent memory, therefore it can be accessed afterwards. So this is the basic thing, that using file handling, the data is stored permanently, and second thing is the data can be accessed anytime afterwards. Okay, now the first and the foremost important thing is, while working with file handling, is that you have to open a file, okay, to work with the file. Now basically there are two modes. The first one is opening the file in input mode, and second one is opening the file in output mode. Now as the name suggests, in input mode we'll open the file and we'll only take input from the file. We cannot write anything inside the file if the file is open in input mode. Okay, second mode is output mode. So whenever the file is open using the output mode, we'll just write inside the file. Okay, we'll not take anything from the file, we'll just do the writing operations. Okay, now here is the concept of stream classes. Basically there are three classes regarding which are associated with the file concept. The first class is OFStream class, second one is IFStream class, and third one is FStream class. Now in OFStream class, O means output, okay, F means file, and stream is nothing but the stream, that is the bytes of data. Okay, I means input, F means files, and stream is nothing but bytes of data. Okay, and the same thing here, it means file and then stream. Now this is for both, this is a combination of both IFStream and OFStream. Now in OFStream you will use this class for taking input for writing inside the file. Okay, so whenever you have to open a file in output mode, you will use OFStream class. Okay, so used for writing on a file, and that is from memory to file. Second one is IFStream class. So when you have to take input from a file, you'll use this IFStream class, which is used for reading from a file, that is from file to memory. Okay, third one is FStream, that is it is combination of both these classes. So if you want to write a program, if you want to take input from the file, you can use this FStream class. Now basically there are two ways of opening a file. The first way is opening the file is using a constructor. Okay, and second one is opening the file using the open function. Okay, now you have to create a constructor of the stream class. Okay, so first thing is, now stream class is a class. Okay, like the basic classes, it is also class, and to use a class you have to create objects. Okay, and to use constructors you have to create objects first. Therefore here is the syntax. First I'll show you syntax for using opening a file using constructor. Now first thing is write the stream class. Okay, it can be OFStream or IFStream or FStream, and then give a space and then write the object name. Okay, now this object name can be anything, but it will be a valid identifier name. Okay, I hope you know the rules for identifier. Okay, just write the valid identifier, don't use keyword here, and then inside the brackets write the file name inside two inverted two commas. Okay, write the file name here, give a comma afterwards, and then write the mode. Now regarding this mode I'll make another video because this will take time. Okay, just know that there are two modes. First one is input mode, second one is output mode. Okay, so when you're opening the file in input mode, you'll take you'll write the input mode here, and when you're opening the file in output mode, you'll write the output mode here. Okay, So this is the basic syntax for opening the file using constructor. So what is happening here is we are writing the class name, then we are creating object, and we are passing arguments for the constructor. The arguments passed are file name and the mode. Okay. So this will create this will open the file, and the file is associated with the object name. Okay, whatever object you have created, the file is associated with this object. Now second one is opening the file using open function. Now this open function is inside the object or the class. Okay, so you have the class here. Now this open function is inside this class. Now the first thing is you have to create the object first. So create the object like here, and then assign the file with it. Okay, so here we have here is the syntax of creating the object. Write the stream class and then write the object name, which is a valid identifier. Now then, to open the file, to assign the file to the object, write the object name, use the dot operator, then write the open function, and inside the brackets pass these values. The first, this is same which we passed earlier in the constructor case. Write the file name in the inverted commas, and then write the mode here. This mode is same, input or output mode, depends on the stream class you have used. Okay, so this is syntax. We'll use examples while solving the problems. Okay, now after opening the file, you can take input or you can write output to the file. Now here is syntax for taking input from a file. First write the object name, okay, then give these angles, and then write the variable name. Now this syntax is similar which we use in normal programming, okay, that we use C in here, okay, because C in also object, okay. Write the object name here, and then write these two angles, and then write the variable name. Okay, so this is same syntax we use usually. Example, we'll see the example. The first one is write the, okay, we are creating a file here, we are opening the file here. The first thing is we are opening the file in input mode. Okay, so you have used ifstream, then the file object name is file in. Okay, and then we have opened the file whose name is abc.txt. Okay, this is the name of the file, and then we have written the mode here. Now this is the syntax for input mode. Okay, and then we are creating a character whose name is ch. Okay, and then we are taking input from the file. See here, the syntax is write object name first. So object name is file in. So we have written here the object name, that is file in. Then use two angles here, these are the angles, and then write the variable name. Okay, so this is syntax for, this is the example for this syntax. Okay, and then we are giving output, we are displaying the character which is taken from the file. Okay, now one thing here is that like C in or C out, file in also is also object. Now in C out, C means console, and console can be your keyboard or your monitor. Okay, and C out means out means output. Okay, so this means console output, and C in means console input. Okay, now console mean now in the input case, okay, in the C in case, console mean keyboard. Okay, so you're taking input from the keyboard. In C out case, console means monitor, so you are giving output to the monitor. And in this case, file in is the object. Okay, so you are taking input from the file here. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now writing to a file, in the same way we can write the file, write the object name first, same syntax, and then the only thing is different here is this angles. Okay, write this angles, and then write the variable name. Okay, same as we use in cout statements. Okay, same thing. And then the example here is we have opened a file whose name is abc.txt in output mode. Okay, this is output mode ofstream. Then the name of the object is file out, and then we have opened the file in output mode. This is syntax for output mode. We'll talk about this in the another video. Now then we have created a character array here whose name is a, and then we have assigned it with a value of xyz. Okay, this is a string here, and then we are giving output to the file, because here is the object name, and which is a file object, and then we have given the output as a. So xyz will be stored inside this file whose name is abc.txt. Okay, because we are giving the output to the file because we have used the object of the file. So abc, this is xyz will be stored inside this abc.txt. Okay, now while working with file, you have to check that the file is opened or not. Okay, while solving the problems, you have to check the file is opened or not. Okay, now if the file is not open, then the object which you have assigned to the value assigned to the file will be null, that is 0. Okay, so when the file is not open, the object is assigned the value of null, that is 0. Okay, for example, if you have opened the file in input mode, that is ifstream, the file name is file in, we have the name of the file is abc.txt and the mode is input mode. Okay, now the file is abc.txt, it is opened using the object name, that is file in. Now we'll check the condition, that is if not equal to file in. Okay, so if file that is the file is not present, then file in will be equal to 0 because file in is the object of the file. Okay, now this will become 0 and not equal to of 0 is nothing but 1. Okay, this means that this is true. Okay, and if condition is true, therefore we'll enter inside this condition and we have cout file is not open. Okay, got it? That is, the basic is that whenever file is not open, the file object will get a value of null, that is 0. And we'll write the if condition here, not equal to file object. If file object is not open, it will be 0, and not equal to of 0 is 1. Okay, therefore we'll enter inside this if condition. Okay, that's it. Now detecting the end of the file. Okay, now working with the file, you have to know that the data is present inside the file or not. Okay, that you have reached at the end of the file or not. Okay, whether you have to continue the operation or not. So we have to know that we are at the end of the file or not. Okay, so the syntax is here. Okay, first thing, if the end of the file is reached, the EOF function will return 0. Okay, so here is a function whose name is EOF. Okay, now this is inside the stream class. Okay, now to check end of the file, you have to use this function. Okay, the syntax is here, that write the object name and then write the dot operator and then write the EOF, that is the EOF function. What happens is whenever we are at the end of the file, the function will return 0, and whenever we are somewhere inside the file, okay, then this will return a non-zero value. Okay, so we'll use example afterwards. The second way is you can use the stream object to check whether we are at the end of the file or not. That is, when the stream object becomes null, this means that the file we are at the end of the file. Okay, so whenever we are at the end of the file, the object will become null automatically. Okay, now the example here is this. So we have a file in object of if stream class, and we have opened the file abc.txt in input mode. Okay, now after this we'll check for end of the file. Okay, so just I write the if statement. Inside the if statement, write the object name dot end of the file. Okay, so whenever we are at the end of the file, EOF will become 1. Okay, and when this becomes 1, we'll enter inside this if condition because this is true. Okay, now inside this we have cout end of the file. This means that we're at the end of the file. Okay, now the second way of checking end of the file is using the object name. Okay, now whenever we are at the end of the file, this object name will become 0. Okay, therefore whatever code you want to run inside the file with the file, write the code here inside this while function, and whenever we are at the end of the file, this will terminate because file in, that is the name of the variable, object name will become 0 at the end of the file. Okay, okay, so after working with the file, at the end you have to close the file always. Okay, so to close a file, use the close function. Okay, syntax is here, write the object name first and then write the dot operator, write the close function. Okay, for example, if you have a file whose name is whose name is abc.txt and whose object name is fileout, write the object name and then write the close function. Okay, this is it. So yeah, this is all the things regarding file handling. So these are all simple things. Understand that you have to work with the file so that the data is stored permanently, and everything is same, just 2 or 3 things are different in this file handling concept. So thanks for watching, and do comment below, do mail me if you have any doubts or queries.